Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
This is how we should start the show.
What?
Hairdressing with Joe. What do you do in the night time?
Pardon?
What do you do in the night time?
Sleep. What do you do?
With your hair.
With my hair. Sleep with my hair. Yeah, keep it on.
Do you put it up?
No, I take it down.
Wow.
I'll let it stray and strew across the pillow. I can't have it up. Well, like I'm laying. It's like I'm laying on a cricket ball or something. There's like a golf ball of hair back here. I want to lay on that. What do you do with yours?
Let it up. Hang it out.
Do you?
Count it before bed. Do you like you count sheep? I count my hairs.
Do you?
I get to 10, I fall
I was
asleep.
going to say, presumably you're not asleep by the time we got to the end.
Here we go. This is staying in.
161. I'll start again.
It's staying in. Welcome everyone to the SloppyJoesPodcast. This is it. We're back, baby. Hair chat galore.
Yeah.
Two polar opposites, aren't we?
Huh?
When it comes to the head.
What are you, South Pole or North Pole?
You'd say south, wouldn't you?
What? Yeah.
Do you know what's mad in it? The world is mad.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know if you got down that bit?
Yeah.
What happens?
Have you ever seen those videos of people? Do you know I have to get to Antarctica, by the way? Have you seen
What
these
do you mean?
videos?
How'd you get there? Did you just sail?
I'll send you, whoever's editing this podcast, I'll send you a video
Right. Of
of
what?
there's like a corner of TikTok that is about getting to Antarctica.
Wow.
Because if you think, how do you get there? Where are you setting sail from? You got to think like, what are the...
New Zealand.
Incorrect.
Australia.
Incorrect. Ethan, do you want to have a guess where you go from?
Hello everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Nice to see you. How to get to Australia from the North Pole? Was that the question?
Yep.
No. How did you get... What?
No, how do you get to the South Pole?
How do you get to Antarctica? Where'd you go from?
Oh, the best route.
Where would you set sail
Hey,
from?
what's going on?
Where would you set sail from to get to Antarctica? Where's your last touch on land before you're in Antarctica?
Greenland.
That is the north
Oh my God,
of the
you're
world.
fucking miles.
Antarctica is at the
do you know
bottom.
where
Yeah, but
Greenland
no.
is?
Hang on. What I was thinking was you can just walk across Antarctica because it's just there, aren't you?
No,
No,
Ethan. Antarctica's at the bottom. The Arctic is at the top. Or north, sorry, not at the bottom.
Wait, so the
sorry.
Greenland's at the top and the Arctic's at the bottom?
No. Greenland is at the top.
That's what I just said.
The Arctic is at the top.
What?
Antarctica is at the bottom.
Oh, Antarctica.
So what happened was I missed.
Honestly, what is the cumulative
Wait,
IQ
so
of
where's
you two?
what's the Arctic?
What?
And why is it so closely named to the other one?
Well, because they're the same thing, but just at opposite ends.
Give them different names. It's
but
more confusing that the one at the north has got an N in it.
It hasn't.
Antarctica.
That's the one at the bottom, at the south.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's more confusing because surely you put an S in it, not an N.
Right.
Would you like to ask me the question again? I'm gonna say.
Do you two
It
know
has
what...
to
Right,
be
so just before we carry
South
on.
Africa.
Ethan.
No, Argentina.
Very close.
Chile.
Yes, Chile.
Yes!
Well done. The tip of
Hey!
South America, right? Now, fucking hell. So the Antarctica is at the bottom, which is a landmass covered in
Why
ice.
is it called the Antarctica when it's so close to name
Because
to the
I
other
guess
one?
it's like Arctic is at the top, and then the anterior, the sort of opposite of that, is Antarctica. The bottom, top and bottom. Like fingers and toes, one's at the top, one's at the bottom, both called phalanges, mate.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
The phalanges.
Yeah.
What is
Google
a
that, Ethan, while we...
What the fuck's a phalange?
A finger or a toe?
Oh, I broke my phalange.
Yeah, you could say that.
Fancy a phalange by the bike sheds.
Fancy... Who are you towing by the bike sheds? I'll phalange you home, mate. Yeah, his engine's broke down. I'm going to have to phalange him.
A phalange is a right-wing Maronite party in Lebanon founded in
No,
1936 by Pierre Gamiao.
Not that one. Right. So the distance... You go from Chile to Antarctica, right? And you have to pass something called the Drake Passage.
Nothing to do with the rapper.
No.
Okay. What came first?
The one in Antarctica.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah. But the Drake Passage is infamously rough. And there's these videos on
What,
TikTok.
like Moss Side?
No. Yeah, all right, mate. Wait, you trying to go Antarctica and that?
Yeah. Listen to this fucking one.
No, it's like the choppiest water you've ever seen. Those videos
Wow.
where it's like, when you're going up and then you're landing on the next
fuck
wave.
that.
And there's loads of videos on TikTok of people going to the Drake Passage. It's usually like scientists and stuff who were just fucking drilling holes in the ice and smelling it, see if it smells like the dinosaurs. But it's notoriously rough because, I'm going to read this. What makes it so infamously rough is the fact that its currents at its latitude meet no resistance from any landmass. So it's literally just picking up speed. I'm going to put a video in now and you'll be able to see it. It is astonishing.
Really?
Yeah. It is unbelievable.
So would you go? If someone went, listen,
No,
all
because of that.
expenses paid, I'll get you there, you get on a good boat.
What am I doing when I get there?
Just, is it like a Pret or something?
I don't think they got Pret. I think there's there must be a Costa.
There must be a race for one of the big boys to open a chain down there.
Yeah.
Like a Mackey's. They must want to open it.
Subway, surely. You can get them anywhere.
Everywhere.
I saw a Subway in someone's wardrobe at home once. Just open it, cheese and toasted, shut it again. I just didn't go in.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
scared the shit out of me.
Where did the meatballs live?
Pants draw.
Oh,
Yeah.
pants draw.
How are you, Joe?
I'm good. Hey, I want to talk about Antarctica.
Okay.
You wouldn't go.
I don't feel a need to go. Why would you go?
It's a good story.
Yeah, it is a good story, actually, isn't it? You'd go.
I'd go, and I could survive longer.
Yeah.
Ethan, would you go?
I'm correct in thinking Antarctica is the one that contains penguins.
Yes. Correct.
Well, I'd probably go for the penguins.
Yeah.
You'd get me there for the penguins, but I'd be thinking it was the biscuit. I love the jokes. Right, let's
I love how
chat.
you're getting out in front of the fat jokes today. We hadn't said any.
No,
You've said four.
before we get going, there's a lad I want to say a big shout out to.
Is
He's
that
called Daryl, and he's not my Irish mate. He was a lad who came to the live show, who I've got to say offhand, I added something into the 9 out of 10 club without telling you. So he's a lad, loves the podcast. Daryl, if you're listening, top guy. He handed me a Jolly Roger. Or is it Jolly Rancher? They're American. What are they called?
Jolly Rancher?
Jolly
I
Rancher.
think Jolly Roger is Cotton Rams like for Todger.
Is it? Well, a Jolly Rancher,
Good lad.
and it was blue.
Ooh.
So it definitely wasn't the Jolly
Have you
Roger.
brought it with us for us all to try?
I tried it, and I declared there and then to Daryl that it's in the 9 out of 10 club.
We can
So
add it-
round of applause, everyone.
Round of applause for Daryl. We met Daryl at the live show. It
He's
was
an
lovely to meet you.
absolute legend.
I gave him Ethan's wand.
All of this is sounding so weird.
Yeah. For
Also,
anyone who-
you did it. Your girlfriend did.
Well, I sanctioned it.
Your girlfriend was so polite. She was talking to Daryl, and then she went, "Do you
Yeah.
want the wand?" And then Joe was like, "Yeah, have the wand."
Have the wand, and I showed him inside there was a second wand for magic tricks. So hopefully you're showing everyone that magic trick. Everyone you bump into, magic trick. Huzzah, two
inspired
wands.
him.
But yeah, thank
Well
you for
done,
coming, Daryl. And also, we can now add the Jolly Rancher to the list of foods that have been given to Joe for us all to try that Joe has just eaten by himself.
Like what?
That cookie place in Bristol or wherever it was, in Cumbria.
What are the chances of me getting a biscuit back from Bristol? It's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, we could have put it in the boot.
I could have. Do you know, now and again, if I do have food, I have to put it in the boot just so I'm not tempted.
We got a little a caravan that you tow behind, didn't you? Absolutely chock a
Like a
block
big
full
shop.
of mint Viscounts. Just so you don't
Mint
eat them on the way
Viscount.
home.
Why mint Viscounts?
They were exclusive at school. Do you remember them?
I'm big on the chili rice crackers at the minute.
Oh yeah,
Mate, have you had a chili rice cracker or a wasabi pea?
I like a wasabi pea, but sometimes, do you know when you have wasabi, 60% of the time I eat it and I go, yeah, a bit of a kick, love that. And 60% of the time, it makes me immensely sad. Do you know that, like, it's that pain, but it's a nasal pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like being at the doctor's or something. It's too clinical.
Do you know what else it made sad?
What?
Buck, the dog. He
You
didn't know
didn't-
what it was. He robbed one, didn't he? He regretted that.
Did he?
He looked stunned.
Oh,
There's not so much walking
bless
to
him,
do.
stupid little prick.
Well, we did. Yeah, when we first got the dog, we were talking about how he jumps on the side and eats stuff. So my mate Colin said, put a bit of English mustard on it, then he won't like it. He fucking loves English mustard now. Greasy bastard.
He's got a little bit of English mustard on the side of his bowl.
Yeah.
That he's sort of eating his kibble and then he'll wipe it off and just put it on. Oh, delicious that.
Joe, you've been on holiday that we didn't talk about. You went to Naples.
In Napoli, when love is king.
Why has he got two names?
What?
Naples and Napoli. Which one is it?
I didn't realise this. So I thought Naples was the place, Napoli was the team. Right?
Yeah.
But it's not. The place is just called Napoli, but that's just the Italian way of saying it.
Naples.
No, Napoli.
Right, so why do we call it Naples?
Because that's the English way. Like how French people call England Angleterre. They just, that's because it's the translation.
There's not many places I know of that have two names.
I've just told you one.
What, Angleterre?
In France they call it Angleterre.
Yeah, but that's for French people. I'm talking about English people. There's not many cities you can give me now that have two names.
Yeah, there is.
Go on. Rome. Paris.
Paris.
No. Who the fuck calls it Paris?
The French.
Really?
And the cultured.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you Paris.
Yeah?
Yeah, but like say somewhere like Ipswich is just Ipswich, innit?
Yeah, but that's because it's the same country and language as the country that you live in.
What about Madrid?
I've got one.
Go on.
I like Valencia and Valencia.
Yes.
You're just being...
Oh, here's one. Seville and Sevilla. There you go. Next.
No.
Right.
So what's the... So why have we changed it?
Because it's to anglify it, to make
But all
it easy
just
for the
did there
British
was just
palate.
didn't say anything in the middle of saying Vin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
Vin.
yeah, just sort of, that was weird actually.
Yep, yeah.
But anyway, so Napoli as I call it now.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
absolute.
would always call it Napoli.
Would you?
How do you call it? What do you say about Milan?
Milan.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So we went there, and it's fantastic. Me and my dad. Few wines, few beers, few foods. But Napoli is one of the most unbelievable cities I've ever been to. Have you been?
Never.
Have you been, Ethan?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
So have you
sounded
been
like
to
you was gonna
Italy
say
at
yeah.
all?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I went skiing.
Where have you been?
I don't really remember. Wherever you can go skiing in Italy, that's where I've been. I was on a school trip. I was young.
You were free.
Just get me on the plane.
Get you on the plane. That was you to
get me
Gareth
down them
Southgate.
slopes.
Yeah. So have you been to Italy, Ethan?
I went to Rome on an RE trip with school, and all I went to was churches, approximately 20 of them.
Yeah, there's plenty of churches. So if you've been to Rome, I know obviously it's got its sort of tougher patches, but it's relatively sort of clean and well maintained, isn't it? There's plenty of like...
Not the Colosseum, that's rubble.
Yes, but it is also 2,000 years old, so it's done pretty well to
You
even be
can't
rubble,
blame
hasn't
that
it?
on the fucking society.
Naples, on the other hand, Napoli, on the other hand, which is what I say every single time, is I've never seen a place where a higher percentage of the visible surface area was covered in graffiti. Every single
Really?
building's covered in graffiti.
Is it just a thing then?
I don't know, because it feels a bit rough, but not in like you're going to get stabbed kind of way.
Right.
Just in a sort of run down kind of way.
Yeah. Could
But-
all boot off any minute.
And everyone who went before we went, again, similar with Marrakesh actually, was saying how, make sure you're careful, dark alleyways, this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Bumming.
What?
What? Let's carry on.
The food, Joe McGrath, pound for pound,
Right, yeah.
the greatest food city I have ever been to. You could not pick a bad meal. Even so, we went some places where it was like, you watch different things and you try and find the places that the locals go to that aren't the touristy places. Went to some of them, immaculate. Very much a pizza and seafood kind of place, which is my absolute dream.
Nice.
So you're talking mussels, clams, octopi. Yeah?
What? Octopi?
Yes. That's not a type of pie. It's
Is that
more than one
pizza
octopus.
and pie? I don't know. What are you talking about?
And then it's that Neapolitan style pizza, slightly sloppier in the middle.
What is
That
it? Is it better
char.
over there? The sloppiness.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's incredible.
Is everyone doing that technique where you flop it?
You flop it back, yeah, and you pop it.
Wow.
You flop it, pop it,
in you go.
and you couldn't find a bad meal. The off the beaten track stuff was amazing. Little holes in the wall where it's a lot of locals queuing up off the on the lunch break at work. We had some freshly fried fish and just like a little cone of fish with a lemon on it, loads of salt on
Lemon?
it. Amazing.
Would they do bacon butties? Like, what did you have for breakfast?
For breakfast, just a pastry and a cigarette, big boy.
Really?
Yeah.
You smoke? Start smoking?
I smoke when I'm out
Mad,
there.
that's great.
Just 20 or 30 cigarettes, double espresso, and time to kill. That's why I have for
So yeah,
breakfast.
like a little pastry and a cig and a coffee, yeah.
Yeah, but you're smoking
Nice.
ice.
How big is it?
It's 40 to 50 foot log.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a world
Yeah,
record
yeah,
attempt.
yeah,
Everyone's on it.
everyone's
No, I don't have any
on one.
cigarettes, but just little pastries and espressi. I don't
Hold
say
on,
espresso
I don't know
anymore.
what's going on here. Is it called espresso? Espressi?
Espressi is more than one.
You're two espressis?
No, me and my dad had one each.
So,
Do a espresso. No, I mean, I'm walking in.
Do a
and this
espressi.
happened every single place we went. I'm thinking, right, let's get this right. Do a espressi, grazie. Yeah?
grazie.
Simple. Two
Two
espressos.
croissants.
Two espressos, thank you. And so I'm walking in. It's confidence. Say it with confidence here. Do a espressi, grazie. And then they go, 2 espressos, yeah? Back in
Right,
English
yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Just
It's
cut
the
me.
same, but
cut me
you were
down.
being polite.
Incredible. And even the places that were like the touristy places, we went to one place that was like a restaurant that had the City and Arsenal game on like a 90-inch telly.
Yeah.
The food there was also incredible.
That was
Like-
just like that their version of a sports bar, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but it was like for
Lovely.
tourists.
Wow.
So you would assume the food isn't as good.
Do they have like
I-
a beige platter of all sorts?
all that sort of stuff, and it was still incredible.
Take some
When I
photos.
tell you that I had a ragu that's changed my life,
Is this ragu maybe get onto your menu for come down with me?
I don't think there's enough hours in the day for me to cook this ragu the way it was meant to be.
Why? How many hours would it take them?
Hundreds.
Really?
Thousands of hours. It must have taken years to cook.
Years.
This was a pizza I had. We'll put a picture in of it now. That was a sort of salami pizza.
Oh, fucking hell.
Look at the crust
nice.
on that.
Do they have garlic mayo to dip in, or is that just
It's
an
not
English
really.
thing?
It's not really an English thing.
The garlic mayo's not caught on, no.
No.
Garlic and herb dip.
And then in the mornings, oh yeah, you asked what I had for breakfast? Pizza. Look at that, just a tomato pizza.
Fucking
Look at
hell.
the glisten on that.
Is it true that you can't get many eggs in Napoli?
Who have you been talking to? What? I don't know. What the fuck does that mean?
That just came out. But could you get an egg on a pizza maybe for breakfast?
Not particularly, no. This is the ragu, Joe.
Ooh.
I'm going to slide this now. I'll put it up on the screen. This ragu right here. Oh, he flipped to my
What's underneath it?
meatballs.
You're lying.
Not
Underneath
word.
that?
Plate. Underneath that table, underneath that, my feet, underneath that, the floor.
Heaven.
Incredible.
Wow.
So rich.
You just scram that, yeah.
Just eat that. We had
Bit
a
of
bowl,
bread.
We had a bowl of pasta with it. Pasta with
Bowl
it.
of what?
Bowl-
Plaster?
bowl of plaster.
You're doing the fucking...
A little plaster
doing
of Paris.
painting and decorating.
Can I
Yeah.
interrupt? Sorry. What's a ragu?
Ah, great question. It's something that you English scum would call tomato sauce.
Why does... Right, and
Pasta
maybe you've
sauce.
got a new version of the phone. But do you know in Harry Potter where Voldemort's about to kick off?
That's everyone.
And it's the final one, and they all do a spell where like this thing goes over the...
Yeah.
Why does when I hold your phone down, it do that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
Did you not do that?
No, mine doesn't do
Is that
that.
it? Let me show you something.
Right, crack on. Ragu is beautiful, Ethan. You never had a ragu?
No. Ragu.
Ragu?
Sorry, I meant have you.
Did you just call me a ragu? You are a ragu?
No, I was just
never-
asking if you've had it.
Never had a ragu. Lovely, and that sounds brilliant. How was your dad? Did you enjoy it?
He loved it.
Do you learn things about each other all the time?
Yeah.
Like what? You didn't sleep in the same room, did you? Because did you snore? You fart a lot.
It was a similar room. I don't know if it was the same room that we stayed in.
Okay. Well,
So it was there was a sort of an overhanging mezzanine, and
Nice.
I was on the sofa bed underneath, and he was up top.
did you bring like earplugs and stuff?
No.
You got a gum shield.
I got a gum shield, I wear a nose strip, but we just sort of slept the night away, you know, and the nightlife is sensational.
Really?
We were out, and then
Like a Yates's.
no, not a Yates's, but sort of their version of a Yates's.
Oh, really?
Like loads of huge banners going across saying like Aperol Spritz €1. So you go in, you just get a little cup of Aperol Spritz.
Oh.
Wait, so much Aperol, they must be wasting money because it's like half a cup of Aperol and then just a little splash of Prosecco in the top, and it said Euro somehow.
Wow.
And then we're walking down this place, and there was this really busy, packed place around like an outdoor bit for a restaurant.
Yeah.
It was dead packed, and everyone was looking and filming. And we went, and this is just in the middle of this like crowded back street,
Yeah.
and there's like a wedding party there, and there's like 8 of the workers who work there, all got their sort of red polo shirts on, and the bride is stood on the back step, and they're all like down below her, and she's like arms out, just jumping backwards into the arms of all the waiters.
Wow.
And they're like pushing her and jumping up in there.
Like she's just won the Champions League.
yeah, like she's Carlo Ancelotti, and she's just won the Champions League, and all of her players are like chucking up and down.
Amazing.
I don't know why that happened.
So you recommend it?
I'd fucking recommend the shit out of it.
Love that.
It was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah, when you press your finger down,
What does it do?
just highlights the sexiest part of the picture.
Really?
So if you hold it down and then you can copy it,
I've got an old sort of...
I've got a question
and then you
Joe.
can send it like this. It sends it as a sticker.
What's
there you
your
go.
question,
Go on the
Ethan?
Sloppy Joe's thing.
My
Oh, nice.
question is, if it selects the sexiest part of a picture, if me and you had a picture together, which one would it pick?
Great question.
Probably the tension between us.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? This
Hey-
little strip.
Here's a good question. Someone said, would you rather, if you had to switch now, have my body or Ethan's body?
Height and everything. Oh,
What do you
yours.
mean, height and
Yours
everything?
immediately.
Really? Would you rather have Joe's body?
I can't be 5'5".
5'6".
Yeah, all that.
It says a lot, Ethan, doesn't it? Couple
What
of
would you
things.
do if you had to switch between mine or
Oh,
Ethan's?
you're 100% yours. I'd love to see how big Ethan's willy is. So
I
can I
bet.
switch then to you?
What, would you just bring the willy with you?
Willy's such
Hey,
a good name.
you're allowed
It didn't
one
matter, my
thing.
granddad was called Willy.
Was it?
No one batted an eyelid.
What's your nan called?
No. It's just... right, couple of things. On the way here.
Fanny! That is actually a woman's
Fanny's a
name.
good, yeah.
I thought that was just like, we all knew that, true.
I didn't. I was thinking
Just highlighting the joke.
clunge.
Oof. Yeah, Minge McGrath. Sounds got a ring to it.
Actually, that's not bad.
I quite like Minge McGrath.
Oof.
Sounds like a cocktail.
I'd order a Minge McGrath.
Of course you would.
All right, couple of things. One, on the way here.
Yeah.
Right, I did a video once with the Mank about people's talents.
Yeah.
And we used to go on the street in Market Street and ask people, like, what's their talents? And one guy said, I can do really good sign language to people. Right? And he stood there and he did like sign language and got him to say stuff and he was doing it. It looked great. Then in the comments, people who know sign language said he was just talking gibberish. Saw him on the way here, and he saw me, and I think he knew. You were a liar.
He will have seen
He was
the
like that,
comments.
giving it. Wow, it looked fucking mint.
Do a little bit more.
Like it was like like Saturday night, and the lights are feeling blue. Boom, boom, boom. He was basically doing a little dance.
Yeah.
And I thought he was saying like, "Hello, good afternoon, welcome to the Mank. My name is." I forgot his name.
So what was his talent was realistic looking sign language that isn't sign language.
Which is a talent in itself.
I think that is still a talent.
What would you do if someone came up to you and said that?
What's your talent?
Would you get involved in a video like that? Would you tell them to fuck off?
I'd hate it. Too much pressure. I don't really have any talents. I can do that loud clicking noise, but that's it.
I'm bored of that.
Yeah, I know. So
What were you saying then, Ethan?
Oh, just was agreeing, sorry.
It's not nice, that, is it?
What talents have you got?
Used to be a football commentator for a Stretford Paddock FC.
No, you can't.
I
say that.
used to be a football commentator a talent?
Yeah, definitely not.
Used to.
Nope, can't start with used to, because then you haven't got that talent, have you?
Right,
That's like
moving
saying,
on.
I used to be able to be alive without breathing air. I was in my mother's womb at the time, but you know, I could still do it. That's not a talent, is it?
Lucky Ethan.
Oh. What else have you been up to?
Right,
That's false.
let's bring a debate
Ooh.
that I've seen on TikTok to the Sloppy Joes.
Yes, man.
You're involved in this
man!
because the
Finally!
Americans have been kicking off. Have you been seeing this?
It's not like them.
The Americans are fuming over the way we order a Chinese. Have you caught any of this, Ethan? Joe?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Right, so essentially, there's a thing in the UK TikTok by people plating up their Chinese orders. And when you've sort of stepped back and realised what we order, it's kind of weird. Like salt and pepper chips,
Yeah.
chicken balls this guy ordered,
Yeah.
spring rolls,
Yeah.
and then some rice. And then he covered it in curry sauce. This is one of the biggest ones that's gone viral. You
Which
think,
isn't-
that's not Chinese.
That's not my order, but that is a typical order.
typical, isn't it?
If you saw your mate doing that, you wouldn't be like, what are you doing?
So Americans got hold of this and they were reacting to it. They were duetting it. First thing they had a problem with, the food looks shit. They're like, was this
Well, what do
did
they
you
have?
They have like okay sauce with chicken and broccoli. They have like really nice crispy chili beef. They have really good chow mein. They say they have it better. Fuckers. They do and then they showed a video of it. I was like, that looks
look
better.
good.
Looks well nice. Then they went, hold on, are British people saying stuff wrong?
What?
Because we say we're ordering a Chinese.
Yeah, I'm going to get a Chinese.
And then they were like, what do they mean? Like, are they saying, why aren't they saying like going for a takeaway for like Chinese food? Why aren't they saying we're having the food? It sounds like we're being racist, and we're not. But when you think of it, we say it for everything. An Indian,
Yeah.
a Mexican, a Chinese, an Italian.
yeah.
Every single cuisine
Or even
gets
like
it.
a full English.
But the
Don't they?
Americans can't get their head around it. They think that we're being over the line, Joe. What do you stand on this? Should we change things up?
It's just, this is back to my point from last week, innit? Do you know I don't like how everything has to be like known and
Yeah.
named?
Yeah.
Like Gen Z
Yeah.
and whatever, baby boomer and all that. Not everything has to be analysed and understood and like,
True.
pardon me, worked around and like rebuilt from the ground up. What is the best way to do it? What's the nicest thing to do? It's not. But it's just a shortened version of saying a Chinese takeaway, an Indian takeaway, a full English breakfast. Like, it's just a shortened version. It's not like, I'm going to get a Chinese man, is it?
Yeah,
It's,
and that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
get
thought.
some
But
Chinese
Americans
food.
are that. Some Americans are that sort of like, I don't know, that way inclined that they think that you could actually order a Chinese man. Well, you can't. That's why it stunned them. I thought. I said, your own mind is warped that way. When we
one
say
in
Chinese, it's food.
No one in America thinks you could order a Chinese man.
I bet.
No one thinks that.
You say Chinese?
Yeah, but I'd still say I love Chinese food.
Oh, yeah.
But it's very nice. And also,
They give our food shit. What do you say about that?
the thing I don't understand is if we like it, if it works, why are you slagging it off? And also,
right.
it was invented by Chinese people making food for a sort of British palate, wasn't it? It wasn't like some bloke called, Mike in Rotherham, some like English bloke who's just pretending to know what Chinese food is. Most Chinese restaurants have got someone who's Chinese working there. Do you know what I mean?
Although my dad once knew someone in Wigan who opened a Chinese restaurant, and and he wasn't Chinese, and like a Chinese gang came and kicked the shit out of him and told him to close.
That's what I mean.
That was the 80s. That was different. Ethan,
that's what I mean, though. It's not like it was. We didn't like. Someone went to China once on a gap year and came back and went, "Oh, I've got loads of recipes," and then we all just like these are Chinese people making this food for 100%. A British palate, so it's not.
And we love it.
And we love it.
I love the one near me. Oh, it's so good.
The one near you is shit.
Shh. You've never had it.
I have had it.
When did you go pick it up? Because it doesn't deliver.
Yeah, I went after I'd been to the pub that's next to it.
What did you get?
Food poisoning.
No, you didn't.
Basically.
You talk shit.
I
What
got
did you
rid-
order?
I got
What did you
riddle
order? What did
diddles
you
at my
order?
squiddle hole.
What did you order?
I ordered crispy chili beef, bang average. You know it is from there.
Yeah, it's a bit of shit from there. Yeah, but come on. What else did you order?
Egg fried rice,
All right.
vermicelli noodles.
They were nice.
Fine. That was the best bit, and they were fine. And I ordered
Don't talk.
which I always order, one of two things: either a wonton soup or a hot and sour soup.
The hot and sour soup is not nice.
On this occasion, I ordered a hot and sour soup, and it was not good. It was not. It was.
You ordered the wrong thing.
It had so much cornstarch in it, you could have rolled it into a ball.
Oh, mate, it was crazy. You could probably, yeah.
So you've just admitted there that it's not the best.
No, but you've chosen a couple of things that.
What's
you
the best
shouldn't
thing
have.
you can get from there?
The salt and pepper wings are good, you know.
Are they?
Oh, salt and pepper wings. Have you heard of salt and pepper chips? They're good from there. The salt and pepper chicken. I tell you what's good from there. Do you know
Salt and
what I
pepper?
really like it?
Salt and pepper.
Portions are big.
Are they? It's quality.
And
it's
also-
quantity over quality.
They do a deal. Ethan, what do you think about the?
What's the deal?
I don't want people to know because then I hope they get too popular and then.
What do you mean you don't? First of all, we haven't named the restaurant, so it can't get popular. No one knows what restaurant we're talking about.
You get free boiled rice if you order any item on the menu from 60 to 140. And if you pay 75p
Such
more,
a shit deal.
if you pay 75p more, egg fried.
I wouldn't eat boiled rice.
Ethan, what do you think about
What
this
a deal
debate?
that is. If you order item number 81, you get a shit bit of rice.
Hey!
Boiled rice is the weakest of the
shit,
rice.
innit? Ethan, this Chinese debate, what do you think?
What I've got written down here is, what on earth must I think when they say, God, I could really murder an Indian?
What I've got written down here is, like someone's handed him that piece of paper from head office.
Oh, man.
Well, what I've got written down here is...
hell.
Oh, what an absolute
Class.
baller that was, Ethan. Well done.
Oh, right, Ethan.
And
I think
also,
we'll
what I
leave it
will say is, if the Chinese or Indian or Italian or Mexican or British communities come out and say we don't like this, I will accept their right to be called and named whatever they would like. So if you want us
Lovely.
to say Chinese food, I'm happy to, but I don't think anyone's bothered, are they?
Before we get going into Ethan's life, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Wingfest. This is the best chicken wing festival, not just chicken wing show, but the best food festival in the UK.
Easily.
You're coming to one this year.
Sumptuous.
It's going to rock your world, mate.
Yeah.
You've never been, have you, before?
No, but I tell you what I love, wings.
Yes.
What do I also love? I don't know.
Me?
People coming together to celebrate the greatest things in life. Wings. Beer.
Yeah.
Giveaways. Prizes.
Ethan, would you come to one?
I would love to come. Could you possibly tell me when the one in Manchester is, please, Joe?
Of course. That one is the 12th of August.
How many is there?
And there's loads.
Is there?
I can tell you all of them now. There's one in Derby. That's on the 19th of May. That's lasting for 3 days. Then the London one, pretty much sold out. You can't get a ticket for that, although try. That's on Friday the 28th of July. Manchester, there's a place called the Love Factory. They showed a lot of the World Cup games there.
That's what Ethan's bedroom is called, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The Love Factory. But it won't be there. It'll be a different place.
Wingfest 2023 is not in Ethan's bedroom, but it is at the Love Factory in Manchester. Go check that out. It's on the Saturday the 12th of August and Sunday the 13th. Then Birmingham, amazing place. Changed venues this year. I've seen it. It looks unbelievable. It's called The Bond in Digbeth. That's on the bank holiday weekend in August.
Yeah.
And then the last one, my favourite.
Is it?
Have you been to Bristol?
No.
Have you been to Bristol, Ethan?
No, but I would love to.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And if you can come to any, I know Manchester's on the list for all of us, but it's on Friday the 8th of September, moving on to the Saturday and the Sunday. Tickets are at wingfest.co.uk/tickets. I'll be there to every single one of them.
What happens at Wingfest?
You've got about 20 traders, all selling the best wings they can. You go up, you get some from there, some from here, some from here. Loads of tables in the middle, beer, live music, cooking demonstrations, big barbecue events, prizes to be won.
Oh, yes.
Did I mention beer?
Beer.
Tunes. I'll play Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth,
Oh, yes.
twice in the day. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? So wingfest.co.uk/tickets. We'll see you there.
Yes. I can't wait for that. Genuinely can't wait for that. I want to see you eat a wing that is still attached to a living bird.
There is a hot wing competition. What?
I want them to get a chicken that's still alive, and this isn't part of the advert because I don't think this is allowed. Get a chicken that's still alive, pluck one of its arms, put that in a batter,
weird.
and while the bird is still alive, just dunk its one of its arms into hot oil, and then you eat it while the rest of the beast struggles until its eventual death.
Beast. How big's this chicken?
It's a hell of a beast. Anyway, that's not going to be
What
on
would you do with the rest of it?
Kick it into a bin. Oh, shit.
This is the weirdest 2 minutes of Sloppy Joes we have ever done. We've done a year of this.
Ethan, how's your week been, big boy?
You've got two unbelievable things to talk about.
Oh, well, what was the first one, Joe?
What have you eaten today?
Oh, yes. I started my sort of the tie-in together. So I restarted driving lessons today, even though I passed 5 months ago.
Why?
Because I'm too scared to get in my car.
Not to drive it, just to get in it. The idea of a glove box spooks him.
So you call up the guy.
Yeah.
Is he a bit taken aback?
You've not gone back to the same bloke.
So I've gone about the same guy.
Why?
Fucking hell.
We exposed him as a charlatan and a fraud and a potential gangster, and you've still gone back to him.
We were meant to meet at 12 today. And then he sent me a message today. And he sent me a message at half 11 saying, we're going to have to move it to 1:15. So I was like, fucking hell.
1:15? That's,
Jesus, that's a jump,
that's
innit?
way later.
I know. So
half an hour's notice.
So agreed.
You were probably putting your Velcro across on your shoes by that time, weren't you?
Exactly. I was getting ready to. And then what happened was I said, okay. And then we got to 12:15. We got to 12:25. We got to 25 to 2. We got to 20 to 2. And he still hadn't showed up. And then he did. But in that time,
What's his excuse?
oh, he just fucking he just doesn't really time keep very well. But in that time, I realised that I started getting a bit lightheaded and I hadn't properly ate properly. So I put a packet of brown rice in the microwave, and I didn't want to use any plates up because the sink was full.
Don't tell me you fruged it.
So I just put some barbecue sauce in the brown rice and just rinsed it around in the packet, and I quickly scrounged that.
Ethan, I'm not joking when you say this.
Mad.
People in prison have a better life than you.
But you have
better
time
diet
on your
than
hands. Like that lesson wasn't till 1, right? What time did you get up today, if you don't mind?
Oh, I got up at 9:30 today.
Right.
So there is like 4 hours there to think about food, to think about life,
And
to
also,
enjoy yourself.
even if you were rushing up until the original 12:30, he then said, I'm not going to be here for another 45 minutes. Easily enough time to cook almost any dish.
Why don't you?
Well, I didn't realise I would be hungry at that point, and just before I went out, I was like, oh, I'm hungry now.
I mean, no. I didn't realise I'd be hungry. You'd been up for 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is.
I made myself a fruit salad.
What?
I made myself a fruit salad made up of a kiwi, a satsuma, and a banana.
I don't know if he's all right.
That's mad. So you scran this packet of... I don't know why barbecue sauce got a look in either.
Oh, it just was so dry by itself, Drew.
Yeah, I get that you need...
We know that you need some sauce. The idea of rice and sauce is not lost on this man. Fucking hell, they call him... I don't want to say what they call him, but it's certainly not very nice.
Get that.
But since when has rice and barbecue sauce been a thing?
Well, it's just what was in the cupboard. I think with ketchup it wouldn't be so good to you.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. It was one of those two things, wasn't it?
So you're reunited with your driver instructor. How's the relationship there?
Oh yeah, well, it was nice to see him. He still can't remember my name. Every lesson he got my name wrong. Still calls me Nathan.
Why are you with this man?
So,
this is like a bad relationship.
What do you think you're saved as in his phone?
I'm saved as... I'm pretty sure I must be saved as Ethan, but he still calls me Nathan. I don't know why, every time.
Is he drunk?
No, he's not drunk. He's not drunk. He also told me today that he was giving lessons to Sarah Millican.
That's just what he calls you when you're not there.
Does Sarah Millican live round here?
Yeah. Well, he said it was not too long ago, but like he said he did give me a time period, but he's like, I was giving some lessons to Sarah Millican.
How has he locked down the Geordie living in Manchester market so well?
Yeah.
And then anyway, driving was going pretty well, to be honest.
Because you've passed and you can drive.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. We practiced filling up petrol.
No.
Hold on. What does that mean?
Ethan,
filling up.
When people do like a little top-up lesson after they've passed, which is sometimes people do that, don't they? If you've had a long gap, usually longer than 5 months, but it's to like make sure your clutch control is right, to practice reversing on the corner.
We don't have a clutch.
Oh yeah, of course. He went fucking automatic.
You're driving a bumper car essentially, and you don't know how to do it.
It's not there so that you go to a garage and fill it up, which is basically a task he should be doing between lessons, but he makes you do because he's perpetually late for the next lesson.
Well, when we got there, he said to us, "Is there a cash machine around here?" And I was like, "I'm sure." He's like, "Do you need to get some cash out to pay me?" I was like, "Oh, well, so I could just pay and bank transfer." He went, "No, cash, please." I went, "All right." I said, "How much?" And you went, "Oh, well, it's a little bit more. How much did you pay last time?" And I went, I paid 37 last time." And yes, it's 38 this time. So I was like,
Fuck me. And
Ethan,
did you pay for the petrol?
No, you just give me cash.
I thought that way he was going then.
I
thought
did
he was
last
going
time.
then.
So it went up last time because of the war in Ukraine. Why has it gone up this time?
Because I passed. He says it costs a little bit more once you pass.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
It costs £1 more if you pass. Wow.
38 quid an hour. I pay about 32 quid an hour for my lessons.
Are you still having them?
Well, I've got my driving theory test on the 15th.
Of what month?
This month. I've got my theory test in 11 days.
Really?
So I'll be reporting live on that. I'm not live. I'm reporting on that as soon as it happens. And then I'm going to re-up my driving lessons after that.
Nice.
But I can't believe he's charged you more because you've passed.
That's unbelievable.
This guy is just a mess.
What do you talk about like it? Do you have conversations and that?
Oh yeah, he's lovely. He always asks me what I do because he forgets every time. So I just tell him that again. It's like having a granddad with like dementia or whatever. You just tell him over and over again.
Why? How old is he? Is he old?
Oh no, probably just in his 50s. He just keeps forgetting. He still calls me Nathan, for example.
What else did he call you?
Have you
he called you something else once?
Have you forgot that you've also just told us that?
No. I was just.
Bit of a joke.
He also called you something else before, didn't he?
He's called me many
Twat?
things. No, he didn't call me that. No, he didn't call me that. Just like Ewan and that, like names.
Ewan?
Like names around Ethan, that kind of thing.
There or thereabouts. In fact, if anything, just by the law of averages, he's obviously doing it on purpose because you think he would have called you Ethan at least once.
Yeah, you get there.
The fact that he keeps calling you Ewan, Nathan, Pylon, whatever it's called.
Pylon?
We're going to Halfords together on Saturday.
To do what? See if they still sell Nuts magazine.
Oh, he's just going to get me some like stuff for the car and
He's
that.
going to show us a lesson on how to hang up that sort of smelly tree at the front window mirror. I don't know how he does it.
What do you mean?
Unbelievable. The air freshener.
What's happening?
He's just going to like tell us some bits and bobs that I should get for the car. So part of the lesson is going to Halfords and
you're going to give him 38 quid at the end of that.
Yeah, but for the advanced driving, it's 50 quid, so I have to do one lesson of that.
Ethan, I promise you, and I'm not just saying this for the podcast, this guy is a fucking scammer. No one gets taken to Halfords to buy a big orange sponge as part of a driving lesson. This is absurd.
I will take you for nothing, Ethan.
No, we'll do it for 30 quid.
Yeah, okay, 37.
I'll knock
£1 off. In my eyes, you've not passed yet. 37 quid.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
This is honestly, I promise, this is bullshit. What he's doing.
Well, to give me a bit more confidence again, and I guess money can't buy confidence.
Well, it can. It's
You just
38 quid an
literally
hour.
said, yeah, you just literally said.
Yeah, well,
How
I
confident
mean,
do you have to be to walk into a fucking Halfords? I tell you what, I felt
You
on
don't need
top
a
of the
card.
world.
It's not like a Costco. You go in. Tell you who are helpful. People with the orange tops on that say Halfords on it.
yeah,
They're helpful.
yeah.
You're gonna stick with it, aren't you?
Yeah, he's no chance. There's no chance. He's in a toxic relationship with this
It
man.
is.
And we're telling him, leave him.
The more we say that, the more he'll push us
He's
away.
doing his best.
Yeah, he's trying. He's changed.
Changed.
He only charged me 38 quid for a hand job.
Joey, it's our favourite time of the show. The 9 out of 10 club. What is it and what have we got?
Well, the 9 out of 10 Club, Joe, as everyone knows at this point, but if you don't, if you're a new listener,
You knew
the 9 out of 10 Club
that.
is where we bring a food or drink, or you at home send us a food or drink that you believe is 9 out of 10. Which is not saying it's the best thing in the world, it's not 10 out of 10, it's not perfection, but it's about as good as things get.
Lovely.
Yeah?
You've got a glint in your eye about this one.
Now, I was thinking back through what we've done on this show, looking at the lists, reading the reviews, and I realised that one of the great foods has only had a very sort of mainstream version presented to this great trio.
Yes.
And the many million listeners.
The millions. The millions.
And I realised that the pizza was hugely underrepresented in the 9 out of 10
Okay.
Club. The only one that's been in, or that's even been brought to our attention, is the Domino's meat feast.
But it did take us by surprise.
It took us by surprise, and I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But what I want to do now is bring to you what I believe is the best pizza I've had in England.
Amazing.
Certainly the best pizza in Manchester.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And that's saying a lot.
It is.
It depends on your style. If you like a Neapolitan, if you
I'll
like
give you
that
it.
Rudy style, then maybe this isn't for you. But for me, my pizza to be 3 things. Hot. Yeah. Cheesy and tomatoey, that's one thing.
Hot's got to the top of the list.
Well, that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Cheesy and tomatoey, which is one thing.
Yeah.
And the third thing, crucially, I like a crispy base.
You've got to have a crispy bottom, don't you,
Okay.
Ethan?
Oh yes.
And for that reason, I've brought to you. Yeah, his is that's psoriasis.
That's not tomato sauce.
And for that reason, I've brought you Nell's Pizza. Nell's Pizza, which I think has got 2 venues now. in
3.
Manchester.
You got 1 in Chorlton, 2 in Manchester.
1 in Chorlton, 2 in Manchester. Now this is their. What I believe again is I think this is the best pizza you can have, which is jalapenos and pepperoni.
It's an unbelievable
You've got
combination.
the spice, you've got the tang, you've got the crunch. Now this is it, 14 inches.
Look at how many?
14 inches.
That looks like a brilliant, beautiful pizza for the audio
Now
listeners.
I've
You've
just
got the red
realised it
pepperoni.
hasn't been sliced.
What do you mean? That can't be a full
That's
pizza.
a full pie.
What? What? They've not sliced it?
They've not sliced it. We're going to need some sort of slicing implement.
Ethan, you do that.
Ethan,
whilst
I
you
think there's a knife over there.
Yeah, right. So here's the thing that I love about Nell's is
Yeah.
it is no, don't.
That's
we
what I
could
love
just
about it.
beat. It could just
Look
eat
at
you like
bottom
that.
with that char, that crisp. You can't do that with a Neapolitan style
No.
pizza, but it's still
Um,
moist.
Is it really? Yeah. And do you know what they do really good here, which you don't have in front of you, but they do really good homemade dips.
Yes.
They've got a nice spicy honey. They've got a beautiful garlic. Mate, might as well stay around here. Come on, get yourself a fucking slice, Ethan. Ethan's here, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan, pizza toppings go pepperoni and jalapenos.
Hello everyone. Yes.
Not blowjob.
No, sorry, I was just taking the mic. I think jalapenos and pepperoni is maybe the best combination, and I always get it from Domino's on the 2 toppings and a medium pizza for $7.99.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan James. Come on, Joe. Put some fucking welly into it.
Right.
Oof, good slices. Oof.
Get a little cheese on there.
I think I'll take that one because Ethan doesn't like your fingering stuff, I don't think.
Oh, it's got a little bend in the centre. There you go, Joe.
Right, which one's me?
That's yours there, Ethan.
Lovely.
I'll let you 2 go first.
Yeah.
Now it's crispy. It's got that base. It's got the. This is a New York style pizza.
Yeah. So there's not. There is a little bit of flop, but that's just because of the time. Where if Neapolitan comes out floppy like you won't believe. This is beautiful. The pepperoni's gorgeous. You can also tell these days a good pepperoni, like a good, really salty, really spicy slice of the pepperoni that stands well. Here's what we need to get into: the crusts. Don't sleep on the crusts, Ethan. So we've just demolished Nell's Pizza. Pepperoni and jalapeno, crispy slice, beautiful. Ethan started laughing. Was it happiness? Was it joy?
The reason I laughed is because every time we do 9 out of 10 club and we have a period where we eat everything, it always ends with Joe saying, "We've just demolished," and whatever said out of it is. So just quite
we
enjoyed
have,
that.
haven't we?
We genuinely did demolish it. What did you make of that? Because to me,
Lovely.
that is comfortably 9 out of 10. That's as good a bite as you're getting in Manchester. That.
Yeah. Especially when it's fresh and it's hot, and the vibe that they've got now. They've got one in campus, which is just near the gay village, and it's just by the canal. And if you get a big slice of pizza on a warm day, nice beer, you're laughing.
Because the other thing we haven't got here because they don't do them delivered. That was a 14-inch. They do a 22-inch in person.
You ever seen 22 inches, Ethan?
Yes.
Your dad and his mate stood face to face.
Oh no.
Sort of bridging the gap.
That would
downstairs.
suggest that both of them have a 11-inch penis.
Oof, and the rest.
No.
Minimum.
Right. Is it 9 out of 10? So going in from you, yes.
Comfortably. That is a phenomenal piece of pie, that.
Ethan, what are you going for?
Pizza pie. What does pizza pie
They
mean?
just say that, don't they, on the movies, and I thought I'd say it.
And the movies.
On the movies.
And
When the movie hits your eye
Morrison's.
like a big pizza pie.
Ah, yes. Well, here's what I'm going to say.
Oh! That's why I went to Ethan.
cannot believe this.
Do not hold
I cannot believe. Think what you've just tasted, man.
Yeah. Do not hold back, Ethan.
Right. So, we all put in the Domino's meat feast, didn't we? We got so hyped by the idea of pizza joining the 9 out of 10 club. And do you think this Nell's pizza's better? If you were to ask me that question, I'd respond by saying, yes, I think this Nell's pizza is better than that Domino's one that we had that time.
Yeah.
But then I'd say,
Oh,
So
fucking
he's got more to
This
say.
is wild.
So that was 9 out of 10. Just remember, everyone at home, that was 9 out of 10, and this is better. Ethan, carry on.
and it just made me think,
Yeah.
we were too excited because we had pizza in for the first time. Should we have calmed down? Should we assessed how many better pizzas we've had in our lifetime than just jumping on the Domino's meat feast?
Interesting. So actually,
what's the answer to your own question that you brought up?
This isn't a dig at the Nels. This is a dig at the.
This is the pizza in
retrospective
general.
dig at the Domino's.
Which technically is just cheese on toast.
So,
Go on.
that's a good point. So, now you don't know where I'm going to go, do you?
I don't know.
Oh, I
You
love
think-
it. We love it.
You think I might say, well, you know what? I think the Domino's should get out and this should go in. Or you might be thinking,
Yeah, neither.
is he going to say this shouldn't be in, and maybe the Domino's shouldn't have been
He's
in
lost
as well?
himself in his
He's
own
gone.
thoughts.
He's gone.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
he's
He
gone.
doesn't know where he is.
No, Ethan is hidden behind a
You're at
wall
the
of his
Sloppy
own
Joe's
maths.
podcast, Ethan.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to say.
Go on.
What I'm going to say is
Yeah.
the Domino's shouldn't have got in,
Yeah.
and this one also shouldn't have got in.
Oh! What does? How?
So, if you were to give it a number out of 10, Ethan, what would you give it?
I'd give it maybe an 8.7.
Oh, a 0.3 whisker away. So hang on a sec. Before you were saying the Domino's is a 9. This is what we said at the time. This is better than that. So
Yeah.
for the viewer at home, you're thinking, and well, fuck the viewer at home. I'm thinking, this is a 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.5.
Is that a step son?
So not only is that dropped so low,
So low.
that it can still be better than Domino's, but Nell still isn't getting in for Ethan. So it's all down to you. And I would say to you, Ethan, how many? Are you edging towards a world where no pizzas are getting in? Or
Yeah.
do you think there are some that are substantially better than that Nell's I just gave you?
I think there's some that pip it, not
Can I ask
substantially better.
you, if Domino's pepperoni and jalapeno, is that better than one you've just tried?
I don't think it is. I think this was better. But I think.
gets
so what gets in your
What's
world?
it- well, I'm
actually no. Stop there. Bring it
Okay.
in next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
Because
What a
we
tease.
have a pizza party, and only Ethan is invited. Joe McGrath, it's down to you to decide if Nell's Pizza, for me, the best pizza in Manchester, gets into the 9 out of 10.
There was
club.
talk of a 9 out of 10 club tour where people can go and visit different spots that we've said, yes, that is 9 out of 10 club.
Yeah.
You're that burger place, your fat pats of the world.
11 Tune Bakeries.
Your Levered Bakeries.
Mm.
And I'd
Your
love to
Greggs's.
see... No, I mean the Independents. I don't want to see people walking around with a triple cheeseburger, although they are delicious.
Yeah.
Or just pints of water. I think I'd love to see a load of sloppers by Nell's in campus,
Yeah.
eating a slice of this, having a beer,
Yeah.
cheersing, windmilling,
Obviously not a Guinness though, but a beer.
yeah, or anything from a tap room. I got so much shit for that.
Yeah, because you're a charlatan. Is it in?
It is in the 9 out of 10 club.
Of course it is.
It is. It's
Such a good
9.1.
pie.
It's so beautiful.
Such a good
Calling
pie.
it a pie.
Beautiful
It's not a pie.
Beautiful
It's
pie.
a pizza.
Yeah.
It's a pizza.
Right, that's going to be all from us today. Thank you
Loved
ever
it.
so much for joining us on this here Sloppy Joe's podcast. Again, if you want a Patreon, there has been loads come out in the
What are
last
you
month.
doing?
You're talking live show. You're talking come dine with me.
He's lost now. He doesn't know anything else.
Sloppy Joe's pod.
Early
That
access.
you shit yourself once before.
I've got the load of shit yourself stories.
There's loads of stuff on there. Make sure you check it out. We're up through the roof Patreons at the minute. You don't want to miss out at home.
Yeah.
So head over to Sloppy Joe's podcast on Patreon. The link to that is in the description. Sign up and help us and help yourselves. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ethan. You absolute fraud. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Wave it,
Bye. See you.